Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be telling you a story I stumbled upon. I'm using this pond formatted by the Ponds Institute. I don't know if you know this ponds oil control. So this is what I am going to be using on my face first before my foundation. Okay, so we're going to dive straight into the story. It's a story that I stumbled upon and I actually find it very interesting, so I feel I could share, and we could learn one or two. All right. Don't mind me, I'm being distracted by a toddler. Okay, so the story is about a woman. She's a medical doctor and her hobby is a software engineer. Okay, so we both had good jobs till my husband lost his job, and getting a paid job was very difficult. So we decided that I would travel to Canada till we're stabilized, and he would join me, and the kids and him would join me over. That's the woman speaking, over in Canada. So they have two girls, and in 2018, she decided to return to Nigeria to come celebrate with her family and also to celebrate their 20th wedding anniversary. So when I arrived, I noticed a tense atmosphere between my daughters and their father. I thought it was the teenager parent issue, so at first I ignored it. But when I noticed that my daughters would sometimes be rude to their father, so I demanded to know what was going on. It became a matter of concern. My daughters used to adore their father. When a daughter do what, when Yorùbá ní ajá tó ríyàn tó ń yọ̀mọ̀ tó bá ríyàn tó ń gbó, you know the rest now. So when a dog that sees you and is excited and all of a sudden is barking at you, there's something wrong. So she decided to find out, to probe what was going on between her husband and the kids. Alright, so I tried severally to get my girls to speak about it, but all they had to say was, talk to your husband. Talk to your husband. I had to ask my hubby what was going on, and he told me it was nothing he couldn't handle, and that our girls were keeping bad company in school. And because of these, he decided to disallow them from going out and attend parties, which for me, I feel it's one parenting skill to identify that your children are keeping bad companies, and it's another thing for you to try to cop that. So he was trying to avoid them going out for parties and keeping those bad companies. Alright, so I was happy as such strong hand is needed for my girls. I ignored their attitude. Few days to when I was to travel back to Canada, I called my daughters to talk to them. After a long talk, they told me that daddy did not want them to go out because he was with them. You know what I mean, right? Any mother, in fact, don't let me overemphasize. You know how it's always like really, my children, their father. You know how we can be sometimes, right? um when I when my husband came back from the office, I confronted him and they repeated what they told me in his presence. Like, if una get mind, una talk in front of una papa. And they were able to say that again, that yes, indeed, daddy actually did it with us, the two of us. Wow. Okay. My husband denied vehemently, but the girls insisted that it was the truth. I was confused and sought the counsel of my pastor and his parents. It's become very confusing when these girls they are insisting that no, daddy actually did it. It's them against their father. They're two, and it's just their father. Anybody will find that very convincing that Will these girls actually lie against their father? Are they trying to cook up a story because of what? For what reason? All right, so they called our girls and they said to them, and they said the same thing. I didn't know who to believe. My husband kept begging me to believe him, but I just was not ready to listen. Because I could not see any reason why our children would lie about such. I made arrangements and took my children back to Canada with me, despite the loans I had to take for the extra cost. Hmm. While I filed for a divorce, I raised my children alone for about 3 good years. Then I had the news that my now ex husband was getting married to someone else. I mentioned it to the girls and I expressed how sad I was that he would that despite what he did to our daughters, he's getting married to another person and he's going scot-free because there was no concrete evidence against him. I busted out crying while apologizing to my girls about what he had made them go through. It was then they confessed. People of God, listen, oh, these children had decided to confess that they lied because their father did not give them freedom to do what they desired and wanted to leave Nigeria. My world scattered. Why would you lie? Why would you say such about your father? Where do I start from? How do I beg my husband? What do I say? Probably I should have trusted my husband, but I was just trying to be a good mother. I lost a good man. How do I get him to forgive my children and I? How do I save my home? Who will you blame in this story? Would you blame the mother, the children, or the husband? Will you blame her for not trusting her husband enough? Would you blame the children for lying? For wanting to be wayward and not getting the opportunity, and they thought that the only way out or the only way to achieve what they wanted was to lie and destroy their mother's happiness? Who would you blame? The children lied on their father and because of the freedom they did not get, and the wife that didn't trust her husband despite he was pleading. Is it easy for you to hear your husband did such and for you to just believe because he says he didn't do it and for you to just believe he actually didn't do it? It's a story we could actually all learn from. Do you think she leaving Nigeria for Canada, leaving her two girls with her husband was the first mistake she did? Remember, she left because her husband lost his job. She went to seek for daily bread. And the plan was they were going to join her in Canada, which I believe the plan was still ongoing. And she still took her time to, okay, let me come back and celebrate our 20th anniversary. And then the festive period together with my lovely family. And then this happened. And then she had to file for a divorce. And 3 years after, the man had moved on, ready to get a new wife. And she was there with her two children. And then they opened up. What would you say is what would you say would have been the best way for her to have save her marriage? Was she filing a divorce? Was it the best decision to take? What actually should she have done better? Okay, so I just decided to do this so you would see. I hope it's beautiful, and I am going to be using this foundation for my face, and I guess that'll be all for today. I'm gonna be seeing you guys in my next video where I bring you more exciting story. Bye bye, catch ya, and see you guys. Do have a lovely week.